Hello. So this is the first clip of a collab video that I'm doing with Brittany. Unfortunately, it's the first clip because the first book that I read at work. And I cannot film at work. So we're going to talk very briefly about We Sold Our Souls. But first, I'm going to explain what this collab is. So we are doing the boy band book readathon. Battle of the Boy Bands readathon, which is co-hosted by me, my friend Rainy from Rainy Reads, Brittany from Brittany Loves Reading, and Crystal from Bond Book Reviews. This was created by Rainy. So we have 4 team books that we are reading. I do not have all of them sitting in front of me at this moment, but they are Malibu Rising, Daisy Jones and the Six, We Sold Our Souls, and This Lovely City. So the first one that I read was We Sold Our Souls. I read this on audio at work. I also have this cool hardcover version with sprayed edges that I got off Amazon. So yeah, I gave this book 4 stars. This book is about a lead guitarist from a 90s heavy metal band who is in the middle of a conspiracy that she didn't know she was part of. Essentially, someone very close to her sold her and all of her bandmates' souls to the devil. It says something, like they call it something else in this book, but I can't remember what they call it. I gave this book 4 stars. I really liked it. I am a big fan of Grady Hendrix personally. I wouldn't say that this is my favorite though. I would still rate My Best Friend's Exorcism higher than this one, and I gave that one a 4 as well. So that's that. Now I am working, it's across from me, but I am actually working on reading Daisy Jones and the Six. But at work tonight I will be starting Malibu Rising because again I have it on audio. I need to get the ones that I have on audio just like done with, because Daisy Jones and the Six and Our Lovely City, neither of those is on audio. And I have like 24 hours to finish all of them. So wish me luck. Okay, so that's what we're doing. That's where we are. I'm probably going to take Our Lovely City to work with me tonight, just so that maybe I can read a chunk out of it. If I do that, then I will update before I go to work. But again, I can't film at work, so that's why you're kind of getting like a start and an end to We Sold Our Souls, because that's just the way that this was. Yeah, that's basically it. So thank you for listening, and I'll see y'all in the next clip. Hello. All right, so I'm going to do an update really quick on 2 more books that I have finished for this vlog. Okay, so I already talked about We Sold Our Souls. So that was the first one that I read and finished, which was Rainy's group book. So the next 2 that I finished are both the Taylor Jenkins Reid choices, and that is Malibu Rising and Daisy Jones and the Six. Malibu Rising was the first one that I finished. I gave it 5 stars, and it was very good. It was sad. Okay, so trigger warnings, but it was really, really good. I finished it at work, which is why I finished both of these at work, which is why I'm filming this now with both books. Malibu Rising was my team pick, so Team Jonas Brothers, because I hadn't read it yet and it was between this one and Daisy Jones. So I decided to do Malibu Rising because at that time I already owned the book. So 5 stars. And then I did finish Daisy Jones and the Six about an hour and a half ago from the time that I'm filming this. Loved this book. I gave it 4.75 stars. There was a little bit of it that I didn't love. Personally, I think even if I had continued, I started reading it on sprints, which is why there's a bookmark in it, but I think that even if I had continued reading this just as the book, which I didn't because I had to work, I still would have really loved it. And I'm gonna go back through this one and Malibu Rising and actually annotate some things. Everything that I've read so far, I have read via audio, so I haven't been able to really annotate anything. As you can see, I started reading Daisy Jones and the Six as a book, like with this copy. Like I didn't have the audio at all, and so there is one thing that's tabbed because that's how far I got before I was able to get the audio, buy the audio. So I will be reading This Lovely City. This is the last book. Now, unfortunately, this is not going to count for the boy band readathon, because I will not get this finished before February 28th, which is the end of the month and the end of the readathon. The other two I did get done, or the other three, I'm sorry, I did get done, so that's 150 points for my team just off those 3 books. This one, I'm not going to get it done because I read the first few pages the other night just to get a feel for it, and this does not have an audio, so there's no way for me to read it quicker, but I want to include it in this vlog because this is a vlog of us reading every boy band book. So I do know that Brittany did not read Malibu Rising because she had already read it. So I do know that. But I had not read any of them. So I am going to be reading This Lovely City. And I will probably do some kind of an update to later. I'll probably do updates for later today, since today is actually Wednesday, March 1st. I will probably do some updates as I read this about whether I like it or not. I don't know about this one. This is the one book that that based off the synopsis, I'm not sure I'm gonna love it, but we're gonna read it anyway. So here we go. Hello, friends. Editing Neva here. I'm literally editing this vlog right now and realized that I never gave an update about This Lovely City, so I actually ended up soft DNFing This Lovely City. This upsets me. I was bored, and I just don't think that this book is a book that I can force myself to read. So I did talk to Brittany, and she was okay with me soft DNFing this. I will in future at some point pick this book back up because it will be on my shelf. And if it doesn't get picked up soon, it will go on the 2024 self-destruct list that I make. But for now, it's DNF'd. I'm not counting it as a DNF in Storygraph because it is a soft DNF, and I don't count soft DNFs as DNFs for the year. But I am putting this book down. So I wanted to give that update. Otherwise, all the rest of the books were hits for me, but This Lovely City was the one book that I was concerned about, especially with there not being an audio. So I will read it at some point, but it will be at a time when I can pace how long it takes, and I'm not trying to force it into 24 hours. So that's really it. And also, I never did a closing, so thank you so much for watching this vlog that I did with Brittany. It was super fun reading all of the boy band books, boy band readathon books. All of my usual links are down below, so if you want to be friends on other socials like Instagram, those are down below. The Besties Book Club Discord is also down below, and then of course all of my other links like Goodreads, Storygraph. There is a Patreon, but there's gonna be an update on that soon, so yeah, if you want to join it, go ahead. And the Patreon is only $5. It will be only $5 for the foreseeable future, and we're really gonna work on getting things up in Patreon. It's been a little overwhelming, but I'm working on this. So everything is down below if you need it. Thank you again for watching. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can be notified every time that I upload a new video. And I will see y'all in the next one.